Ultrakill is a fast-paced shooter inspired by games like Doom and Quake. It's developed by Hakita and published by New Blood Interactive. Released onto Steam on September 3rd, 2020, it has quickly become one of the most beloved games of the year. At the time of writing this, Ultrakill is the single most positively rated game on Steam, with a 99.51% of the reviews being positive. The few negative reviews that I could find mostly consisted of complaints about the difficulty of the final boss and the fact that the game wasn't completed. Within the game itself, you find yourself approaching hell. Each layer of the game is named after the 9 rings of hell, and each layer has its own unique art style. You begin each level falling from the last one, and finish each level by going deeper into hell. You begin in a prelude, where you mostly just learn to use the mechanics of the game. Afterwards, you go to Limbo, the first layer of hell. Its design is that of a world where nothing seems to be wrong, but something is just off. Upon closer inspection, you can see that the walls are a mere projection. In the final level of Limbo, you are greeted by a very familiar song. The only fight in the level is a boss named V2, a better, newer, and stronger version of your character. If you defeat it, you receive its arm as a reward. The next layer is Lust, which has a purple theme. The first level is a wide open space with a few towers that you have to progress through. Then you travel around a city-like area in the next couple of levels. The final level takes place in a subway where you run through it, and at the end you have 2 fight sequences with the Corpse King. The final layer of Act 1 is Gluttony, which is only 2 levels long compared to the 4 in the other 2 layers. The levels are both designed like the fleshy innards of an animal, and the levels are entirely gory, even featuring stomach acids at some point. The second level of Gluttony is the final level in Act 1, and thus has the hardest boss. At the end of a winding path, you fight the angel Gabriel, who was sent by God to stop you from going further down into the layers of hell. After defeating him, you continue down into the unknown depths of hell. The soundtrack might just be the thing that truly ties the game's experience to the player. The music amplifies the intensity and accompanies each part of the game. My favorite track might have to be A Complete and Utter Destruction of the Senses. Which is a great name for it. The soundtrack also includes songs like Debussy's Clair de Lune and Bach's I Call on Thee, Lord, which is especially well placed at the end of Act 1, right before the fight with Gabriel. Ultrakill's community is amazing. From the Discord server to Twitter, everyone just has a mutual love for this game. People can make their own cybergrind texture packs, which is the game's endless mode. Peter's Twitter is an amazing place to find shitposts revolving around Ultrakill. He even made a mod that turns everything in the game into this cat simply titled Dreamed. Also, there's a speedrunning aspect to the game, where people try to complete a level, layer, or even the whole game as fast as they can. From this, people have created many strategies to skip certain parts of levels, increase movement efficiency, and just find the best ways to complete the levels. Another thing to mention is the amazing fan art that so many people that love and respect the game create, and Ultrakill is currently my favorite game, and I play it almost every day, trying to speedrun it or get a new best on the cyber grind. I would genuinely recommend that everyone that watches this video tries the game out, even if just to play the demo. I give Ultrakill an 11 out of 10.